And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say.
Hey there, Aries. Welcome to Point Place Tarot. My name is Corey, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. There's a set of quick announcements. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way, when uploads are made, you can see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, if interested, individual reads are back up and open. Either message or email me directly. Link is on main, and we'll set it up, okay? So, Aries, what are we doing in this round of reads? This is going to be your career read for the month of July. Career, I'm defining here, is not simply just our labor. Yeah, we may work for a paycheck or whatnot, but the efforts that we put out into the world, right? The contracts we want to make, partnerships, deals, new opportunities and ventures, things that we can go on, not just to reap monetary benefit like coin and money, but also what do we want to seek out of what we put in, right? So as a preamble to the read, Aries, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even if it gets difficult, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to misguide you or mislead you. Trust me, I got 12 signs to work with and no time to lie to any of them. Instead, we lay our cards out on the table and good or bad, come rain or sunshine to talk about it, because at the end of the day, tarot is a conversation, just an energetic one, yeah? So follow along with me in your career read today, Aries, and let's see what the cards say. We're going to do a past, present, future orientation, starting with the past. That way we can map out a clear trajectory, okay? So with the past orientation, show us the cards we need to see, please, for the Aries Collective in this read. Their career read for this month. Show us the cards we need to see, please, for Aries on this read today. Starting with the past orientation, what do we need to see? Okay, cool. The power of new beginnings. Interesting that is in the past orientation. I want to see what goes along with that. Four of Pentacles. How to make an investment or how to hold on. It's going in two directions. I want to know more. And last, Knight of Swords. The intentionality of action. Got it. That tells me what you were investing into. You're actively trying to make a new beginning happen. I don't know if you're looking for a new job or a new career. But there was something that told you, yeah, we also had a recent new beginning, but we want another one. We want something better, something more. And so the intent to move in that direction, move in that purpose, it actually pushes us to want for that, right? The Fool, the reason I'm saying all this, Aries, is because you have the Fool here. And it's always characterized by a youth with their pet here. I think it's a dog or a cat, a dog, with 1 foot over the cliff, right? I don't know if you can see it based off of the shine from the camera lens, but the reason why it's almost always depicted like that is because in order for the world to change, the core thing that you need above all else is the belief that it can, right? The Fool has a level of naivete about the world and the optimism that is necessary to get things going. And so it represents both danger and beginnings, all wrapped into one. That's why 1 foot's on secure ground and the other one's over a cliff. Could it be dangerous? Absolutely. You're still going on that journey anyways. And in knowing that, with everything that we see over here, at least being in your past orientation, you wanted to hold on and fight for better, right? I don't know what that means for you, but you were definitely geared in a direction like there's got to be more, there's got to be more, and now I just got to go for it, right? In the present orientation, show us the cards we need to see, please, for the Aries Collective. What is held in the present for Aries in this career reading? Queen of Pentacles. Okay, maximizing opportunities, seeing what we got on hand, making it work out. How so? The Four of Wands. Oh, okay. And what does that mean in the context of the career? The Eight of Swords, right? So why do I feel this way? We went from the optimism of everything to a new beginning towards maximizing what was already there, right? That Queen of Pentacles makes not something the best of what she's got, because that's kind of a negativistic term, depending on the lens that we're looking at it from, but rather the Four of Wands being secure with the pattern of what is held. However, the Eight of Swords also telling you there is more. You just may not have looked at it yet, right? So it's not saying, like, for example, if you were looking for a new job and at the present moment, Aries, ding, 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 you might have the answer a lot closer to you than you actually originally anticipated. But the Eight of Swords saying, change your strategy, change your modem, but you have other forms that can make better investments go right in your face, right? The Eight of Swords compared to that Four of Wands and that Queen of Pentacles, the reason I get so hesitant about that card sometimes is because the Eight of Swords is almost always depicting of a person. It's almost always depicted by a person who is trapped in an open air cage of swords. Can they climb out? Yes. Might they hurt themselves on the way out? Also, yes. So the answer becomes obvious. It's just the one that we don't want to look at. Here, in the present tense, here and now, Aries, beyond the contemplation of, the new beginning, the better tomorrow, everything you're aiming for, and you still are. I'm not trying to doubt that effort, but there are things in your present moment that you're not looking at that actually provide a lot more prosperous ventures than you're giving yourself credit for, right? There are things in your toolkit right now that you are not looking at. And so until we sit with everything at our hands, we're always going to be trying to grasp for more, even while we let other things drop out, right? So in the future orientation, show us cards when you need to see, please, for Aries in this career reading. Now, I'm not trying to say, in patronizing way, be grateful for what you have, Aries. Trust me, I'm not trying to say that. What I am trying to say is re-look into all the resources and everything that you have. You might be sitting on something here and now that could improve a lot of things for you that you haven't really thought of or utilize in a better purpose yet, right? There's an opportunity all around you. So let's pass me to see, please, for the future orientation for Aries in this read. The Page of Cups, learning generosity, learning gratitude. The Sun, the happiest we've ever been, and the Hangman. Interesting that in waiting in the future, we still are waiting for something, but that's not simply the contemplation of what was the past, which was we're only going to seek a new beginning. No, the Sun in your future orientation, Aries, is that all this contemplation will actually net you benefit if we can put everything on the table, put it into perspective, and act on it, right? The Hangman after that Sun suggests, wow, sometimes the grass is greener where you water it. Right. It's not to say that you shouldn't shoot for higher, but also look all around you. Look at the opportunities right at your fingertips. And then after you prove to yourself you can do one thing, then a clearer, easier path could actually render itself useful. The Hangman is always a card of intentionality because it has a purpose. It's not just somebody tied upside down simply to look. It's to invert your gaze at the answer that you originally thought you couldn't find. Right. So if you've proven to yourself after waiting for this new beginning for so long, and then having to shift your perspective in the present moment about what is possible, the Hangman will ask you, then after you prove to yourself, actually, this yielded me a lot of benefit. Okay, give me more. If you flipped your perspective in your present, and it turns out great for you, then guess what? There's a lot more flipping you got to do. You just haven't seen it yet. Underneath it all, Ace of Swords. And so we found knowledge and truth. You have not maximized all the opportunity at Aries, and that is okay. What I need you to look at then becomes what is available to you. We're talking the here and now so that we can create that better future, okay? Next, let's look at the space in between. So cards of connection, reveal connective energies, please. Bridging out between all primary energies, not primary energies, but time-based orientations for Aries in their career read. Sometimes during the reads, the words start to blend. But let's look at the space between the past orientation and present orientation. What happens between the what was and the what is? Show us present needs, please. Okay. In this area right here, the Lovers. Oh, I like that. We're going to come back to this one. Okay. Card of Gemini. Why so? The Empress. The best, most productive, and most accomplished version of you. And the Two of Wands. Follow that intentionality. Why were we contemplating this new opportunity so much? I don't want to say we were trying to use escapism areas. I am trying to say maybe your discontent with your current station, whether that be your job, your career, your deal or partnership that's happening right now, comes because you purposely suppressed either a talent or a pathway trajectory because you doubted it or didn't put what the necessary love into it before. The Lovers and a career read, and I always love seeing the Lovers here. The Lovers, by definition, is not just about the warm and fuzzy feelings of love and attraction, right? That's actually the surface level of it. The deeper meaning behind the Lovers is we choose life together. Not just love, we choose life together. Good times, bad times, hard times, easy times. We choose love, life, and time together. When it comes to a career read, Aries, particularly between what you were looking for and what you're being asked to do here and now, is that harvest the talents at your disposal to create the world that you want to see. Right? We remember a passion, we remember a talent, and we also remind ourselves we're really good at it. Right? So the Empress coming out, then saying maybe this was part of your pathway all along. Now it's about following through with the intent. We've shown you the path. Follow through on it. Okay. Next. I like that so much. Between the present and the future tense, show us the card we need to see, please. For Aries in this career read, what is held between the what is and the what if? Some cards we need to see, please, for Aries in this read today. The Sun coming out again. And once we hold on, I'm gonna hold on to that. Hermit, card of Virgo. Trusting our wisdom, knowing that once we put in more effort, we're gonna reap a lot of rewards from it. And lastly, Ten of Cups. Things harmonize and synchronize exactly where they should be. When we start believing it's possible, hey, maybe the fool was right to be foolish all along. Why was I so happy about the Sun? Once we start to maximize just more at your disposal, okay, so my bank account may not look exactly how I want it to. What have I not done yet? Have I budgeted right? But more than budgeting right, you can't necessarily out budget poverty, but you can see opportunity in things that you first just passed by, right? So what opportunity do you have right in front of you that you said, maybe it's not that deep, maybe it's not that important, I'm gonna wait until something better comes along, we'll see. Ding, 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 Aries, that's what is been asking you to look for, right? That was getting up to this moment. Now, once you pursue it and say, no, I suppressed this for a long time about myself, when in fact, this could have been one of the most beneficial factors to me. First, I said it wasn't pragmatic, and now I'm saying, why did I leave it behind, right? It's a complete attitudinal shift. So underneath it all, Hierophant, card of Taurus, neither here nor there for the sake of the conversation, following your spiritual path, following your gift in your own journey, right? You came to truth. Now it's like, okay, if I'm saying that this is my story, then how do I make it a good one, right? If I'm to revive that old talent, that old passion and inspiration, how do I pursue it with no regrets? Okay. Last, define the major arcana shown across the table in this read for Aries in their career. We're going to look at the Fool. Start here at the Fool. Why so? Why the Fool in the read for Aries? Star. Hoping, wishing, praying that things will change, that things will get different. And maybe the answer was in front of you all along. Interesting. So, yeah, if it worked for you before, if trying something radically different could have gotten you there, then how do you get yourself farther? And that's the thing you were contemplating in your past, Aries. yeah, I got here for a reason. How do I move forward? How do I push beyond this plateau I feel that I've hit? Next to the sun, Page of Cups comes out again. And that's not trying to minimize it. I think that's actually trying to maximize it, Aries. When we say that we pursued our dreams, our goals, with no regrets, and we live with no regrets, we'll start to see that maybe it was around us all along. Yeah. Next to the Lovers, Ace of Swords, your truth, the fact that you have hidden, now coming to light. Here, these facts do care about your feelings, and they're asking you, what was that thing that you left behind so long ago? How can I bring it back? The Empress. Seven of Pentacles. Maybe this is how we get there. The best version of me doesn't run away from my talent, doesn't try to suppress what it already knows to be true. In fact, it embellishes in it. How do I live in that truth? To the sun in the underneath, Three of Cups. And hopefully this brings you the people that you want to meet and making the connections that you want to see. But remind you every day that this work, this passion, this drive, it was all worth it in the end. Nine of Swords underneath the Hermit. I like this because this is a card of nightmares and dreamscapes. Here, no. You had the answers. Do not give up on yourself. It may not be easy, but they are there. So in the crossword pattern, the Path of the Lovers, the light that chooses us back, the Sun. I think you pulled the Sun 3 times in this read. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 separate times. Everything is possible for you here and now, Aries. I need you to believe that. In resolution, justice. The equity of scales, what judgment has been rendered. Page of Swords. That if we stopped, listened, waited, observed, that if we did everything we were supposed to do from the get-go, actually the answers are closer to us than we think. Underneath it all, Seven of Wands. Still a little bit defensive, still a little bit guarded, but knowing that if we can accept this journey wholesale and what it means, that we can eventually drop that guard as well. Okay, so what I'm seeing for you in your read today, Aries, I like this for you. You were contemplating a new job, new career, new opportunity, new everything for you, when in your present moment, you're here and now, you're starting to realize that maybe some of the answers I've been seeking, whether that be a higher salary, more resources, more connections, more network, more anything, maybe it was always right in front of me and I wasn't looking at everything that I could have, right? In the future, once we try and follow whatever we've felt we had to let go, for whatever reason you have, Aries, looking for somebody who got their groove back. But in the future orientation, once we prove to ourselves that pursuing this passion and this dream is always worth it, so much more unlocked for us. We just have to believe that that is possible. And so getting our passion, healing our fears of what could go right or wrong, it reminds us that, no, this is how it should feel. The life that chooses me back. That's all I got to read today, Aries. I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, time to sit down and start mapping out some blueprints. And don't forget what you've already got. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.